YouTubers? This your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. Today I'm doing my newest movie review on the latest Disney Plus original film, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Trip. Very bad road trip. I'm sorry. Yeah, but it's about Alexander Garcia, played by Tom Nemere, who discovers that his family is cursed through a statue a statue monkey, and it's up to his family on a road trip during spring break to take it to Mexico City. I gotta say, when I watched this film, it was kind of bland, and it really didn't fit well with me because I didn't really get invested into it. Don't get me wrong, guys, there were a few parts that I enjoyed and some that I didn't enjoy, but it was still a fun adaptation to Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day that I believe was pretty great, and it represented the Mexican culture in a huge, huge way that I was really surprised by. And we also get the origin story of the statue monkey as well, but I can't really spoil it for you because I want you guys to see it. And let's start off with the positives and negatives. First off are the positives. Seeing like this adaptation from Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day was amazing. It really did feel like it was a great adaptation to the original story that I was so invested in. And it took everybody on a road trip to Mexico City, which was astounding. And we got to see Alexander and his family, who was who was phenomenal as well. The whole cast in this movie did great. That I could not say enough about this movie. That I really do love. This cast really gave their whole performance. Another positive is the cast themselves. Tom Nemere, just as Alexander Garcia, Jesse Garcia, who plays Frank Garcia, and Ava, who plays the mother, and everyone else who was a part of this cast did great. I gotta say, they all really were investing in their role, and they played it to an astounding performance. I can say that with an honest face. They really gave it their all in this movie. And I gotta say this, Tom Nemere, if you watch this, good job, buddy. You really brought your A game with Alexander. You knew what you were doing, and you knew what to do. And Jesse Garcia, who plays his father, Frank, was great too. And Ava as the mother, she was astounding as well. I honestly gotta say, everyone I really did their best. I know for a fact that they knew what they were doing. I know I said that before because it's true. They knew what they were doing. And I have to say, this cast and everyone just really made sure not to really feel like they didn't want to be there. But another positive is the Mexican culture in this movie. It was well represented. It was well represented. Everyone really brought the Hispanic culture to this movie for sure. At first, when I saw it, I thought it was just going to be bland and boring. But as I saw the Hispanic culture throughout this movie, it was so good. It was so good. You know you can feel the Hispanic culture when you see it in movies like this. You really know, and you can feel it. Without a doubt, you can. I can say this: everyone who represented the Hispanic culture in this movie was spot on perfect. Everyone did a fantastic job, and I really do love that they really did bring the Hispanic culture into Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip. Most movies like this one don't really represent the Hispanic culture, and I'm happy they did with this one. because it was great. It was hands down great. I can't wait to see more movies like this that really bring out the culture. I really do hope Disney does more stuff like this someday. And that's it for the positives. On to the negatives. The one negative I have was the grandpa. He didn't really join them at the beginning of the road trip, which was bland. It could have been better if they did have him come on the road trip, because that would have been nice. That would have been really nice to see. That would have been really nice to see, and it would have been so awesome. It would have been so awesome to see them honestly bring the grandfather on the road trip at the beginning, but he showed up at the near end, of course, which sucked in my opinion. I wish they could have brought him along throughout the whole trip. But another negative I have is Harvey Gillian's character. He was playing like sort of a witch in a way named Claudio, and I really wish they had him play like Alexander's cousin in a way, practically just who practically just tells them that the statue was cursed. But don't get me wrong, Harvey is a great actor, and I honestly love his work in anything he does. But I felt like he could have had like a bigger role in this movie, like a real bigger role, which I really wish. I really wish that he could have just had a more amazing role. But it's still nice to see him in the movie though. He was still kind of like had a short role in this movie, which was a bummer. I thought that was sad. I really do wish he had a bigger role in this movie. That's it for my positives and negatives, guys. On to my rant. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip. It was, as I said, it was alright, but it still wasn't my cup of tea. There was some stuff about this movie that I didn't really enjoy. Don't get me wrong, I love seeing the road trip from Denver to Mexico City. But it felt like it was just one of those movies that isn't really rewatchable. And it's not for everyone, including myself. If you have Disney Plus, I I and I recommend you see it, and if you like it, you like it, and if you don't, you don't. But it was still nice to see the Hispanic culture represented in this movie. That Disney always has a way of representing so many cultures, and in this movie, it was well represented. I loved it, and the actors themselves, they really brought their A game. I just wish the story itself was kind of better in a way that everyone would get really invested in it. And I kind of wasn't invested in this movie all the way. There were some good parts. Don't get me wrong, guys. There were some good parts, but at the same time, there was not that many good parts in this movie. I really wish Disney stepped their game up with these Disney Plus original movies. But it was still a fun, entertaining movie to watch, though it did have a couple of problems, as I said, that really need to be worked on. But this is kind of like a hit or a miss movie that people can just see whenever they want it. If you don't want to see it, you don't have to. I just think it's just a miss. It's kind of really a miss, in my opinion. And that's it for my rant, guys. On to the rating. I give Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip a solid C. A solid C. Because I did enjoy it somewhat, but at the same time I didn't. The Hispanic culture was represented really well in this movie, but the story itself was kind of falling flat, and they kind of used a green screen during like the movie, which wasn't really necessary. I think if they just did it like really old, like cool way, like not adding the green screen to like the movie and just following using the camera to just follow the like RV and all that. That would have been nice. And again, I really wish the grandpa really went with them on the road trip. He was kind of like left out, but he only had a few scenes in the movie. Same with Harvey playing Claudio. I really wish both of them had bigger roles to play in this movie. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. I know people will have different opinions than I do, and I respect that. But it was still falling flat. But a lot of stuff did kind of surprise me in a way that I was really surprised about. No lie, I really was surprised. But the rest of the movie, it was still good. It was kind of family adventure and a comedy, but the comedy in this movie was good. But at the same time, it wasn't. I really wish the comedy in this movie was stepped up in a way. No joke, I really do. But it was still a nice family slash comedy movie that everyone is gonna enjoy, in my opinion. No lie. And that's it for my movie review, guys. Don't forget to like, comment down below on what you guys thought of Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip. Subscribe and share with everyone you know. And press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. I will see you guys soon. Take care and God bless. Peace.